Two little boys stole a big bag of orange from their neighbor and decided to go to a calm place to share the loot equally. One of them suggested the nearby cemetery. As they were jumping the big gate to enter the cemetery, two oranges fell out of the bag behind the gate, but they didn't bother to pick them since they had enough in the bag. A few minuets later, a drunkard on his way from a bar passes near the cemetery gate and heard a voice saying, "One for me, one for you. One for me, one for you." He immediately sobers up and runs as fast as he can to the church nearby for a priest. "Father, please come with me. Come and witness God and Satan sharing corpse at the cemetery." They both ran back to the cemetery gate, and the voice continued, "One for me, one for you. One for me, one for you." Suddenly, the voice stopped counting and says, "What about the two at the gate?
God.
Come see the marathon." The priest almost run past the gate, shouting, "We are not dead yet." A husband and wife attending an art exhibition at the National Gallery in Cheyenne, Wyoming, were staring at a portrait that had them completely confused. The painting depicted three very black and totally naked men sitting on a bench looking very exhausted just outside the entry to a tunnel of a huge mine. Two of the guys had black organs, but the one in the middle had a pinkish penis. The black curator of the gallery realized that they were having trouble interpreting the painting and offered his assessment. He went on for nearly half an hour, explaining how it depicted the sexual emasculation of African Americans in a predominantly white, patriarchal society. In fact, he pointed out, some serious critics believe that the pinkish penis also reflects the cultural and sociological oppression experienced by gay men in contemporary society. After the curator left, a distinguished old man approached the couple and with an impish twinkle in his eye said, "Would you like to know what the painting is really about?" "The curator of the gallery has explained it to us. It's okay. We don't need another interpretation," said the husband. But the wife is fascinated by the sly smile of the old man. She said, "Wait, why would you know more than the curator?" "Because I'm the guy who painted it," he replied. "The truth is that those three men are not African Americans," the man said. "What are they?" the now-drawn husband asked. "They're three young coal miners, and they're all white," answered the old man. As he turned his back to the baffled couple, he gave them a wink, a mischievous grin, then added, "The guy in the middle is just back from home after having lunch with his wife." Lancelot lived in a kingdom where the queen had very large breasts. One day, he shared his deep desire to fondle the queen's precious jewels with the queen's servant manager, Sir Wallace. Sir Wallace mentions that he might have a solution, but Sir Lancelot would need to give him 100 gold coins. He quickly accepts the offer. The next day, Sir Wallace discreetly adds itchy powder to the queen's bra before she gets dressed. A few minutes later, the queen starts to feel an uncontrollable itch. Sir Wallace quickly jumps in and offers the perfect remedy. One of the knights in the kingdom, Sir Lancelot, has saliva with incredible healing power. Sir Lancelot needs to kiss and lick the queen's breast for an hour for instant relief. Desperate, the queen accepts and Sir Lancelot gets to work. After an hour, the queen feels much better and profusely thanks everyone. However, Sir Lancelot refuses to pay the 100 gold coins. Furious, the next day, Sir Wallace slips a large quantity of the itching powder in the king's underwear, making sure both the front and back of the underwear are covered. In the morning, the king immediately summons Sir Lancelot for help.
A girl and her boyfriend were driving home from a date one night. The glove compartment of the car flew open and a huge package of rubbers fell on the floor. The girl, who was rather naive and uneducated, asked her boyfriend, "What are those?" The boyfriend was embarrassed and turned red and answered, "Oh, those go over cigarettes." Since it was the girl's father's birthday the next day, the girl requested that they stop at the drugstore so that she could get her father a birthday present. When the girl went inside the drugstore and asked the man behind the counter for a package of rubbers, the counterman said, "What size would you like?" The girl said, "Oh, any size that'll fit a camel."